person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. This quote by Mark Twain is not merely advice on learning, but also a profound life philosophy. In today's world, filled with information and opportunities, learning not only broadens our horizons, but also helps solve life's challenges. If you ignore life lessons, you will not be able to seize the opportunities around you. Life's problems, from personal struggles to societal challenges, often stem from our failure to absorb and learn from the valuable lessons life offers. The following quotes not only reflect profound perspectives on life, but also offer valuable lessons we should acknowledge and apply in our daily lives. Let's explore the hidden messages behind each quote and understand how they can help us overcome challenges, grow personally, and achieve success. One of his most famous quotes, "A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read," serves as a powerful reminder of the value of knowledge and the importance of lifelong learning. Twain emphasizes not just the importance of reading, but highlights that the absence of learning can lead to missed life opportunities. Reading, or more broadly, continuous learning, is the best way to equip oneself with the knowledge and skills needed to face challenges and grow as a person. In today's world, where information is readily available, failing to dedicate time to reading and learning can leave us behind. A person who refuses to read is like someone with the ability to read, but chooses not to utilize it. They cannot gain knowledge, view the world with a broad perspective, or fully develop themselves. This lack of learning not only leaves them intellectually deprived, but also hinders their ability to face and solve life's challenges. Learning from books and the experiences of others provides valuable insights, expands our worldview, and enhances problem-solving skills. With this quote, Mark Twain criticizes the lack of reading habits while affirming that ignoring opportunities to learn weakens our creative, analytical, and developmental abilities. When we refuse to absorb what the world offers, we lack the necessary tools to handle life situations and contribute to societal progress. Therefore, Twain's message is clear. It's not just about reading books, but about the ongoing pursuit of knowledge. Reading is a powerful tool to equip ourselves with new knowledge, enabling us to seize opportunities and face life's challenges confidently. Remember, a person who refuses to read and learn is essentially locking themselves in a narrow world, lacking perception and creativity. However, learning and absorbing information is vital, but not always straightforward. Sometimes, the information we absorb can have unintended consequences, as Mark Twain humorously warned with the quote, "Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint." This statement, blending humor with caution, serves as both satire and a serious warning. Twain uses his characteristic wit to convey a critical message about consuming information in a world filled with inaccuracies. The quote not only reflects concern over misinformation, but also serves as a reminder to carefully evaluate the sources of the information we consume. In today's world, where information spreads rapidly across multiple media channels, especially the internet, inaccurate information often surfaces, causing confusion and even danger. When we engage with health books or other resources without verifying their accuracy, we risk being misled by false information. Twain, through this quote, emphasizes the need for caution, warning that blindly trusting unverified sources can lead to serious consequences, including harm to one's well-being. With his signature humor, Twain reminds us that not everything written is accurate. While reading and learning are essential, it is equally important to be discerning, selective, and critical of the sources we trust. Information, no matter how convincing, must be cross-checked with credible sources. Twain warns that failing to do so can make us vulnerable to misleading printing errors that we may not immediately recognize. This reminder is particularly relevant in the modern age, where countless articles, books, and studies circulate online, often lacking proper verification. This reality demands that we build a solid knowledge base to analyze and filter information critically. Twain's quote encourages the younger generation not only to learn, but also to be cautious when selecting information, emphasizing that genuine understanding comes from critical thinking and careful examination, not blind trust in written words. Ultimately, Mark Twain's message is more than a warning about printing errors. It serves as a vital reminder to stay alert and mindful when consuming information. In a world flooded with data, verifying and selecting accurate information is crucial for protecting ourselves from misinformation and ensuring thoughtful, safe, personal growth. Mark Twain not only warned about misinformation, but also raised profound questions about compassion and humanity, as reflected in his quote, "But who prays for Satan? Who, in 18 centuries, has had the common humanity to pray for the one sinner that needed it most?" This thought-provoking statement explores themes of forgiveness, empathy, and the way we judge those who have made mistakes. Twain was not merely speaking about Satan, but rather conveying a broader message about tolerance, humanity, and how we treat those who have erred. His words challenge us to rethink how we approach those whom society often deems unforgivable. Through this quote, Twain raises a philosophical question about forgiveness and compassion. Society often reserves prayers and support for the deserving or those perceived as good. But how often do we extend kindness and empathy to those who need it most, the ones who have fallen or made mistakes? Twain's question forces us to confront a difficult truth. True compassion is not just for the innocent, but must extend even to those who have wronged us. This call for a shift in societal perspectives urges us not only to criticize, but also to extend understanding and help to those who genuinely need redemption. Twain's message can also be interpreted as a powerful reminder to see people in their entirety, not just their flaws. People are not perfect, and those who have made mistakes may be the ones in most need of empathy and forgiveness. While society often isolates and condemns wrongdoers, Twain encourages us to keep an open heart and believe in the potential for personal growth and change. Without forgiveness and empathy, can we truly foster transformation and healing within our communities? This quote is particularly relevant today, as the world faces conflicts and social divisions. Twain's message reminds us of the importance of compassion and the power of second chances. It encourages us to see beyond people's faults and recognize their potential for growth and redemption. True humanity involves extending support not only to those we deem deserving, but also to those who need it most. By challenging us with this quote, Twain opens a profound conversation about human nature, justice, and empathy. His timeless message urges us to reflect on how we treat those who have made mistakes and consider whether true change can only happen through kindness, compassion, and forgiveness, even for those society has labeled beyond saving. In life, we often face situations requiring decisiveness and wise communication. Twain once affirmed, "It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt." This quote serves as a profound reminder of the power of silence and the wisdom in communication. It reflects Twain's deep understanding of human nature and how words can influence our image in the eyes of others. Twain not only emphasizes that silence can sometimes be the wisest choice, but also warns against speaking without careful thought, as doing so could unintentionally diminish one's credibility and respect. Through this statement, Twain encourages us to understand that not every situation requires us to speak out and that silence can often be a way to maintain respect from others. Silence is not a sign of cowardice or lack of confidence, but rather a demonstration of wisdom and self-control in situations where speaking is unnecessary. When we choose silence, we not only avoid negative situations, but also preserve dignity and caution in the eyes of others. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's society, where excessive or thoughtless speech can lead to unforeseen consequences and damage our reputation. Twain's words also serve as a lesson in humility and the ability to know when to listen rather than speak. In a world where self-expression and asserting personal opinions are often seen as crucial, Twain advises us that humility in communication, sometimes shown through silence, can help us learn more and better understand others. Sometimes, wisdom lies not in speaking frequently, but in knowing when to remain silent, observe, listen, and reflect. This self-restraint and caution in speech help us build positive relationships and earn respect from others. Through this statement, Twain emphasizes that every word we speak holds power, and sometimes what is left unsaid can be far more important. Maintaining silence and refraining from unnecessary speech is a way to protect oneself from misunderstandings and preserve respect from those around us. This quote also conveys a lesson about understanding oneself and the surrounding environment before deciding to speak. If we can choose the right moments and content to express ourselves, we will have the opportunity to demonstrate wisdom and maturity. In the current era, where social media and mass communication platforms allow individuals to voice their opinions easily, Twain's quote is more valuable than ever. It reminds the younger generation that not every conversation requires their participation, and that sometimes silence is the best choice. The key is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent to protect oneself and maintain respect in relationships. Finally, Twain, with his signature sarcasm, also shared a lesson about honesty. Honesty is the best policy when there is money in it. Although humorous and satirical, this statement carries a profound message about the nature of honesty and how people behave in various situations. Twain, with his characteristic wit, uses humor to highlight a serious reality about human nature. People often adjust their honesty depending on circumstances and personal gain. This quote provokes thought about the relationship between morality and practicality in society. Through this statement, Twain exposes the contradiction between theory and practice in life. Although honesty is a core value that many people uphold, the reality is that when personal benefits, especially financial gain, are involved, people may easily stray from the truth. Honesty in theory is celebrated, but when faced with challenges and difficult decisions, individuals often prioritize personal gain. Twain points out that in a society where financial interests can easily influence human decisions, honesty is not always the top priority. This raises a significant question about the value of honesty in modern society. While we may respect honesty and integrity in theory, the truth is that many people frequently face situations where they must choose between telling the truth or protecting their personal interests. Twain encourages us to reflect on the values we pursue and the decisions we make when faced with tough situations. Can we uphold honesty when there is an opportunity to trade it for gain, whether financial or personal? However, Twain's statement also serves as a warning about the shortcomings in practicing ethical values in everyday life. When money becomes the deciding factor in many situations, honesty can become secondary and easily forgotten. In a society where personal and financial interests can heavily influence actions, maintaining honesty can be a significant challenge.
Twain not only highlights the conflict between morality and personal gain, but also urges us to consider how to uphold core values regardless of how difficult or tempting the circumstances may be. Twain's message remains crucial for future generations, especially in today's context, where we frequently encounter situations that can blur moral principles. Each individual must question their own honesty and be willing to uphold ethical values even in challenging circumstances. Twain's quote encourages young people not to focus solely on immediate benefits, but to understand that honesty, although it may not bring instant rewards, ultimately fosters long-term respect and trust, both in professional and personal life. After reflecting on these profound insights, I would like to offer you a special gift, the opportunity to delve deeper into the extraordinary life of Mark Twain. Are you ready to discover the immense influence he brought to humanity? Mark Twain was not only a legendary writer, but also a sharp thinker with the ability to penetrate the deepest issues in society and reshape our perspectives on life. From a poor boy in Missouri to the author of masterpieces like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Twain's life and career stand as a testament to the power of perseverance, intelligence, and profound insight into human nature. Mark Twain's life and career were not only filled with success, but also rich with lessons on perseverance, courage, and a deep understanding of society. Born on November 30th, 1835 in Florida, Missouri, Twain began life in poverty and faced challenges from an early age. His father passed away when Twain was only 12, forcing him to work early to support his family. Despite lacking formal education, Twain self-educated through books and life experiences, which shaped his sharp intellect and keen observation of life. As he grew older, Twain worked in various jobs, from printing press apprentice, journalist, to steamboat pilot, before deciding to become a writer. Though he started his literary career relatively late, he quickly made a mark with his humorous essays and satirical writings. However, his real breakthrough came with two famous works, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, 1876, was not only a captivating adventure story about Tom Sawyer, but also a reflection of childhood, freedom, and courage. Tom's story captivated millions of readers and solidified Twain's name as a prominent figure in American literature. However, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, 1884, is widely regarded as the pinnacle of Twain's career. This novel not only tells the thrilling journey of Huck Finn and his African-American friend Jim, but also serves as a profound critique of American society, especially on the issues of slavery and racial discrimination. It is considered one of the greatest works of American literature, not only for its engaging plot, but also for its powerful messages on freedom, human rights, and equality. Beyond his literary talent, Mark Twain was also known for his sharp wit, humor, and views on society and politics. He was a profound observer of life, using literature to reflect societal issues of his time. His quotes, such as, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started," continue to inspire millions of people. When Mark Twain passed away in 1910, he left behind an enormous literary legacy. His works not only captured the essence of 19th century American society, but also held timeless relevance across generations. Twain revolutionized the way literature was perceived, using humor and satire as powerful tools to critique and reform society. The gift he left to the world was not only great artistic works, but also a treasure trove of philosophical insights, with messages of freedom, courage, and the power of personal voice. Ultimately, Twain's advice can help us build a more peaceful and prosperous world. When individuals uphold moral values in life, From learning to treating others with kindness, we not only elevate ourselves, but also contribute to a better society. These lessons remind us that the success of a nation and humanity stems from compassion, honesty, and continuous learning.